we'd like to give a special thanks to some of our donors, such as the Cannon family, the Martin family, the Miller family, the Dutch family, Alex Barnes, Jamie Patz, the Cannon Group, Forest Orthodontics, the Hassick family, the Marcotte family, the Perel family, the Soderstrom family, the Dutch family, the Clifford family, Studio TK Interior Architecture and Design, and Zero Waste Wrangler. Also, please be advised that there is mild cursing, the sound of gunshots, and screaming. Now, during our production, please make sure to silence your cell phones and try not to film anything, or you might end up like good old... Oh, well, I guess we'll just have to watch and find out. Welcome to Goulin.
The Emperor, Hamburg Naples.
Then comes the diplomat.
Then the banker. Then at 11:27, the Flying Dutchman. Venice, Stockholm. Our last remaining pleasure, watching the trains go by. Once upon a time, the Flying Dutchman and the Emperor used to stop here in Poland, along with the diplomat, the banker, and the silver comet.
Now, it's only the local from Halberstadt and the 1240 from Capital.
The fact is, we're ruined. What with the wagon works shut down?
Foundry finished.
The Golden Eagle pencil factory all washed up. It's life on the dole.
Did you say life?
Rotting. The whole damn town.
Once we were a center of industry.
A cradle of culture. One of the best little towns in the country. In the world.
Here Gerda slept.
Brown composing quartet.
Ethel Schwartz invented gunpowder.
And I once got first prize at the Dresden exhibition of contemporary art. What am I doing now? Something.
The Catholic computer.
The Bailey. Both did a straight on the town hall.
Or even heard politically. Well, anyway, Finance National will help us. If she comes.
Last week, she was in France. She gave them a hospital.
In Rome, she founded a free public nursery.
And left a bird sanctuary.
They say she got Picasso to design her car.
Where does she get all that money?
An oil company, a shipping line, 3 banks, and 5 railroads.
And the largest string of geisha houses in Japan.
Any news, Mr. Mayor? Is she coming?
Is she coming?
She's coming. The telegram has been confirmed. Our distinguished guest will arrive on 12:40 from Halberstadt. Everyone must be ready.
Good morning, Mr. Mayor. A very good morning to you.
Why, Miss Glutz, what are you doing here?
You're not my mission, Mr. Mayor. It's a colossal undertaking I have in front of me. Just you try explaining on an entire town.
You won't find a thing in the town hall, apart from one typewriter.
I think you're forgetting something, Mr. Mayor. The Goulin History Museum.
Gone 3 years ago. Sold to England. Our coffers are empty. Not a single soul pays taxes.
It'll have to be investigated. The nation's booming, and Goulin has the Sunshine Factory, and Goulin does Bangkok.
We're up against a real economic enigma.
The whole thing's a Freemasons plot.
Conspired by the government.
Staffed by high finance.
International communism is showing its colors.
I'll take a look at what I can find. I've got myself a cocktail. I think I'll take a look at the tray.
The next fire event fills the total for us.
And the church bell, Pastor?
The church bell will ring as soon as the new photos are fitted. I think the man is working on them now.
The town band will be drawn up in the marketplace, and the Turner band will form a human pyramid in her honor. The top man will hold a wreath on her initials. Then, lunch at the Golden House. I shall say a few words.
Of course.
I had thought of illuminating the town hall and the cathedral, but we couldn't afford the lamps.
Mr. Mayor, what do you think of this?
Ill! Ill!
Yes, right away, right away.
This is more in your line. What do you think of this?
No. That certainly won't do, Mr. Mayor. It's much too intimate. Shouldn't read welcome there. Should read welcome Madam...
Zaganash.
Zaganash.
Is that Nash?
But she's Claire to us. Claire Washer.
Born here.
Her father was a carpenter. He built the,
All the same.
If I
No. He's right. We'll have to change it.
Fine. I tell you what I'll do. We'll keep the sign on the balcony. Welcome, Madam Zachanash. Then if things go well, we can always flip it over and show the other side.
Good idea. Yes?
Well, anyway, it's safer. Everything depends on the first impression.
Hear that? Flying Dutchman just passed through the now.
Gentlemen, you know the millionairess is our only hope.
Under God.
Under God. Now,
But God will pay.
Ill, now we depend entirely on you.
I know you keep telling me.
After all, you were the only one who really knew her.
Yes, I knew her.
We were really quite close to one another in those days.
Close. As we were close, there's no denying it. We were in love. I was young, good looking, so they say. Claire, way she ran through, Conrad's forest barefoot, going through Peterson's barn with the light out of the darkness. God, I was in love with her. But you know how it is when you're 20. What happened? Like, life. It was life that came between us.
You must give me some points for my speech.
I can help you there.
Well, I've looked at the school records, and the young lady's marks were, I'm afraid to say, absolutely dreadful. Even in the department, the only subject in which she was even remotely passable was natural history.
Past in natural history. That's
Oh, she was an outdoor girl. Wild. Once, I remember, they arrested a tramp and she threw stones at the police. She hated injustice. Passionate.
excellent justice.
And generous.
Generous?
Generous to a fault. Whatever little she had, she shared. I remember one time she stole potatoes just to help a poor widow.
Supreme generosity.
Generosity.
That, gentlemen, is something I must not fail to make a point.
Oh, and what a sense of humor, too. I remember when the oldest man in the village fell and broke his leg. She said, oh dear, now we'll have to shoot him.
Well, I think I've got enough. The rest of my brain is up to you.
I know, but for a woman like that, worth thousands.
Exactly. Thousands. You have to think in big terms.
If she's thinking of buying us off with the nursery school,
Nursery school?
Don't make sense.
hold out.
I'm not so sure I can swing. After all, she may have gotten me completely.
For many years now, you have been our most popular citizen, the most respected, and the best of all. Therefore, I must tell you, last week I sounded out political opposition, and they agreed. In the spring, you will be elected to succeed me as mayor by unanimous vote.
My dear Mr. Mayor.
It's true.
I'm a witness. I was at the meeting.
This is naturally a terribly unexpected honor.
You deserve it.
Gentlemen, let's get down to business. The first chance I get, I will of course discuss our miserable position with Blair.
But tactfully.
What do you take me for? Has to be correct. Psychologically correct. Take here at the railway station, for example. One false note, one blunder could prove disastrous.
It was right there. The first impression covers all the rest. Madame Zaganashin sets foot in her native soil for the first time in many years. She sees our love, and she sees our misery. She remembers her youth, her old friends, the tears of love in her eyes. Her childhood companions throng about her. Naturally, I want to present myself like this, but in my dress coat, with my tie, next to me my wife, before me my two grandchildren, all in white, holding roses. My God, if it only comes off as I see it, if it only comes off, oh my God, quick, we must get dressed.
It's not her train, it's the Flying Dutchman.
I'm still nearly 2 hours before she arrives.
God's sake, let's not lose our heads. We still have 2 hours.
Who's losing their heads? When our train comes, you two, Helmsberger and Bogo, will hold up the bench with welcome Madame Zaganashin. The rest will follow. Bravo! But please, one thing. No wild jail of last year with the government relief committee. It made no impression at all, and we still haven't received any funding. What we need here is a feeling of genuine sincerity. That is how we greet with full hearts our beloved citizen who has been away from us so long. Be sincere. That's the secret. Remember, we're not dealing with a child. Next, a few brief words from me. Then the church bell will start ringing.
If they can fix the roads in time.
Then the town, the mixed choir comes in.
And we'll form a line down here.
And we'll form 2 lines leading from the station.
Oh, but the fun never stops here.
It's not included. The tour is furious. The lousiest. But not for taking home to me that it stop. It can't stop.
It stopped.
Here, what's going on?
Who the hell are you?
But you pulled the emergency cord, madam.
I always pull the emergency cord.
I asked you what's going on out there.
Who the hell are you?
I'm the station master, madam, and I was asking
No.
you. Madam, I must insist you trust the Flying Dutchman. I must have an explanation.
Nonsense. Moby?
Yes, Mom.
Mrs. Goulden, nothing has changed. I recognize it all. There's Conrad's forest. There's a brook that full of trout where you can fish. There's the roof of the great barn. God, a miserable plot of the map.
God, Clara.
Claire's like an action.
The town band, where is it?
The mixed choir, the mixed choir.
The church bell!
Quick! My dress coat, my top hat, my grandchildren! Run! And don't forget my wife!
Railway schedule has been disrupted. I await your explanation.
You're very foolish. I wish to visit this town. Did you expect me to jump off the moving train?
You stopped the Flying Dutchman because you wish to visit the town?
Naturally.
Madam, if you wish to visit the town, the 1240 from Calverstow was entirely at your service. Arrival in Goulin, 117.
The local. that stops at Loken and Beisenbach and Luther. Do you expect me to waste 3/4 of an hour chugging dismally through the wilderness?
Madam, you shall pay for this.
Bowie, give her 100.
But, madam,
And 300 for the railway widow's relief fund.
but we have no such fund, madam.
Then found one.
Madam is not clear second action.
Clear satisfaction. Oh my God, but actually, quite different. Needless to say, we would have stopped the train at once if we had the slightest idea. Here, please, 400. My God.
Keep it. It's nothing.
Would you like the train to wait, madam, when you visit the town? The administration would be delighted. The cathedral porch, the town hall.
Will you and your express train get the hell out of here?
Oh, boy!
Oh, what's the press? Popular press. They don't know anything about this. They're still in the dining car in the saloon.
Let them stay there. I don't want the press in Gulen at the moment. Later they will come by themselves. Now what the hell are you waiting for?
Oh, Lord! The press, madam, will not speak of this to the administration. It was a pure misunderstanding.
Gracious lady, may I welcome you to our beautiful town?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Claire.
Alfred,
Yes. Could you come back?
I've waited for this moment all my life, ever since I left Gulen.
Very kind of you to say, Claire.
Have you thought about me?
Naturally. Always. Know that.
Those were happy times we spent together.
Forgettable.
Call me by the name you used to call me.
My little wildcat.
What?
My little wildcat.
And what else?
My little sorceress.
I used to call you my Black Panther. You're gray now. Soft.
But you're still the same, my little sorceress.
I am still the same? Oh, no, my Black Panther. I am not at all.
In my eyes, you are. See no difference.
Would you like to be my fiancé?
Yes, by all means.
Moby, come and make your vow. As a matter of fact, his name's Pedro, but Moby's much nicer. In any case, it goes better with Moby, and that's the butler's name, and you get your butlers for life, so husbands have to be christened accordingly. Isn't he nice with his little black mustache? Think it over, Moby. Harder. Harder still.
I can't think any harder, Papa, than I can.
Of course you can, just try. You see, it works. Don't you think so, Alfred? He looks so muscular. Demoniacal like that. He's a Greek. His father was a white Russian. We were betrothed by a Bulgarian priest. We plan to marry him in the cathedral in a couple of days.
Here in the cathedral, what an honor for us.
So, it was my dream when I was 17 to be married in the cathedral. The dreams of youth are sacred. Don't you think so, Alfred?
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course. I think so too. Now I would like to look at the town. What's all this? What's wrong with them?
Dear lady, as rector of the high school and a devotee of that noble music, I take pleasure in presenting the Gulen Mixed Choir,
How do you do?
who will sing for you an ancient folk song of the region with specially amended words, if you would deign to listen.
Very well. Fire away.
Welcome, oh welcome.
Church bell. Where's the church bell?
Back in action, we sing out the paean of your renown. Ding dong bell, oh pure love. Bell dong ding, our hearts sing. Welcome back home to the nest.
Thank you, Professor. They sang beautifully. The little brunette face, no, not that one. The one with the big Adam's apple was most impressive. Now, who are you?
Police Chief Schultz, at your service.
I have no need for you at the moment, but there may be work for you by and by. Tell me, do you know how to wink an eye from time to time?
Where else would I be in Gulen if I couldn't?
You may want to practice winking both.
Oh, what a sense of humor.
May I present these roses, gracious lady? My wife and grandchildren will be here shortly.
Thank you, my dear. Congratulations, you must have extraordinary grandchildren.
Our pastor, madam?
Ah, the pastor. How do you do? Is it you who gives consolation to the dying?
Yes, that is part of my ministry.
And those who are condemned to death?
Capital punishment has been abolished in this country, madam.
I see. Well, it could be restored, I suppose.
Oh, what incredible humor.
Well, I can't stand here at the station all day. I would like to see the town.
Man, the honor, gracious lady.
No, thank you. These legs are not what they once were. This one was broken in 5 places.
My little wildcat.
When my plane bumped into a mountain in Afghanistan, all the others were killed, even the pilot. As you see, I survived, but I don't fly anymore.
You're strong as ever now.
Stronger.
Never fear, gracious lady, the town doctor owns a car.
I never ride in motors.
Never ride in motors.
Not since my Ferrari crashed in Hong Kong.
Then you get around, my little sorceress. A broom?
Toby, Roby. I travel this way. A bit antiquated, of course, but perfectly safe. Aren't they magnificent? Toby and Roby. They were in jail and condemned to the chair, but I had them pardoned, and now they're condemned to my chair. I'm really in a piece for them. You couldn't get them now for twice the sum. The sedan chair was from the Louvre. I fancied it so much the President of France gave it to me. The French are so impulsive. Don't you think so, Alfred? Go!
Would you like to see the old town hall and the cathedral?
No, the great barn in Conrad's Forest. I wish to go with Alfred and visit our old haunts once again.
Never accepting.
Will you send the luggage and the coffin to the Golden Apostle?
Of course not.
The coffin?
Yes, the one I brought with me. Go! Hip, hip, hurrah! Hurrah! Hip, hip, hurrah!
Thank God, the belly class.
We're in Poland. We breathe. We breathe the air of Poland.
Who are you?
We belong to the lady.
We belong to the lady. She calls us
Toby.
and Moby.
Adam, Zach, and Ashton staying at the Golden Apostle.
We're blind. We're blind.
Fine. Come on with me then. I'll take you there.
Thank you, Mr. Policeman.
Thank you very much.
Hey, if you're blind, how did you know I was a policeman?
By your voice. All policemen sound the same.
You've had a lot to do with the police, haven't you, little men?
Matthew calls us men.
What are you then?
You'll see.
What's your trade?
We have no trade.
We play music.
We sing.
We amuse the lady.
We look after the beast.
We feed
We
it.
brush it.
We take it for walks.
What beast?
You'll see.
We feed it raw meat.
And she gives us chicken and wine.
Every day.
Every day.
Rich people have strange tastes.
Strange taste.
Come along, I'll take you to the lady.
We know the way. We know the way.
Trunks, suitcases, boxes, the floor would ever bear the weight. Good God!
What was in it?
A Black Panther! Dear Hollow Professor, I'll tell she puts the foundry back on its feet.
And the wagon works.
And the Golden Eagle pencil factory. Once that starts moving, everything else will.
What do you think she needs a live panther for?
Don't ask me. It's all too much. The pastor had to go home and lie down.
To tell you the truth, she frightens me.
She's a strange one.
You understand, Mr. Mayor, a woman who for 22 years has been corrupting the Latin compositions of the students at Gulen. I'm not unaccustomed to strangeness. I will see things to make one's hair stand on end, but when that woman appeared on the platform, a shudder tore through me. It was as though out of the clear sky, a dark fury descended upon us, beating its black wings.
Now the old place is livening up a bit.
Ah, Schultz, come and join us.
Thanks. Beer!
Well, what's the news from the front?
I was just back from old Schiller's barn. My God, what a scene! She was all tiptoeing around the straw as if we were in church. Nobody dared speak above a whisper. And the way she carried on. I was so embarrassed, I let them go up to the forest by themselves.
Does the fiancé go with them?
With his fishing rod and his landing net, in full marching order. Beer!
What does she expect to find in Conrad's forest?
The same thing she expects to find in the old barn, I suppose.
The ashes of youthful love.
Exactly.
It's poetry.
Poetry.
Sheer poetry. It makes one think of Shakespeare, of Wagner, of Romeo and Juliet.
Yes, you're right. I would like to propose a toast to our great good friend Alfredo, who's even now working on our behalf.
Yes, he's really working.
To the best little citizen of Gould, to my successor, to Alfredo.
To Alfredo.
We are trees.
We are beech and dark green fir.
Lichen moss and climbing ivy.
Undergrowth and layer of fox. We are drifting cloud and call of bird.
We are the woodland wilderness.
Toadstool and the timid deer.
Rustling leaves and bygone dreams.
This is Conrad's forest. Moby, darling, your brook is just a little farther along down the path. Moby, take him and show him where it is.
We'll show him the way, we'll show him the way.
Look, Alfred, our tree. There's the heart and part of the bark along the road.
Yes, it's still there.
But it's grown. Its trunk is black and wrinkled. Its limbs are twice what they were. Some of them have died.
It's aged, but it's here.
Like everything else. How long it's been since I've walked here barefoot over the damp leaves and pine needles. Look, Alfred, a fawn. A fawn.
Oh, she's a fawn.
I thought everything would have changed, but it's all just as we left it. This is the seat we sat on years ago. Under these branches we kissed him. And over there under the hawthorn where the moss was soft and green, we would lie in each other's arms. It is all as it used to be, only we have changed.
Not so much of a little sorceress. I remember the first night we spent together. You ran and I chased you till I was quite breathless.
Yes.
I got angry. I started to go home. Suddenly I heard you call. I turned around and there you were, laughing down at me from a tree.
No, it was in the great barn. I was in the hayloft.
Were you?
Yes. What else do you remember?
I remember the morning we were from the waterfall. Afterwards we were lying together on a big rock in the sun. We heard footsteps. We had just time to snatch up our clothes and run to the bushes. Well, the pastor came out, scolded you. You're not being in school.
No, it was the professor. It was Sunday, and I was supposed to be in church.
Really?
Yes. Tell me more.
I remember when your father beat you, and you showed me the cuts, and I swore I would kill him. The next day I dropped the roof tile off the hospital.
You missed him.
What?
You hit old Mr. Reiner.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I was 17 and you were not yet 20. You were so handsome. You were the best looking boy in town.
You were the prettiest girl.
We were made for each other.
We were.
You married Matilda Blumhardt in her shop, and I married old Zach Nashon. He found me in a whorehouse in Hamburg. It was my hair that entangled with the old golden beetle.
There.
Phoebe, a cigar?
Little wildcat smoke cigars.
Yes. I adore them. Would you care for one?
Yes, please. Never had one of these before.
It's a taste I acquired from old Zach Nashon. Among other things. He's a real connoisseur.
Used to come to the bench and smoke cigarettes. Remember?
Yes, I remember.
Bought cigarettes from Matilda.
No, she gave them to you for nothing.
And get me for marrying Matilda.
She had money.
What a lucky thing for you that I did.
Oh.
You're so young, so beautiful. You deserve a better fate than to be stuck in a wretched town with no future.
Yes.
If you had stayed in Goulden and married me, your life would have been wasted just like mine.
Oh.
God, Clara, look at me. A failing shopkeeper with a bad name.
You have your family.
My family. Never for 1 minute did they let me forget my failure, my poverty.
Matilda doesn't make you happy?
What does it matter?
The children?
The children, they're so materialistic. I have no interest whatsoever in higher things.
How sad for you.
Yes. But no, it's too bad. Life has passed by like a stupid dream. Hardly even left this town. We were late for 5 days, years ago. It rained the whole time. Once to Berlin, but that's it.
The world is much the same everywhere.
At least you've seen it.
Yes, I've seen it.
You've lived in it.
I've lived in it. The world and I have been on very intimate terms.
Perhaps now that you're back, things will be different.
Naturally. I wouldn't leave my native town in this condition.
Thousands to get us on our feet again.
I have thousands.
1, 2, 3.
Why not?
So, are you saying you'll help us?
Yes.
I knew it. I told him you were good. I told him you were generous. Oh, my little wildcat.
Listen. A woodpecker.
was when we were young and full of courage. The sun high above the pines, great white clouds piling up on one another. The sound of the cuckoo in the distance.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
The wind rustling deep like surf on a beach. We could pull back time and forget it all.
Is that your wish?
Left me. You never left my heart.
No, not quite the same. It was crushed to a pulp in a plane accident, but they mended it. They mend everything nowadays.
Crushed, you wouldn't even know it. Look, Mom.
The old wood is alive with memories.
See what I've got, darling? See? Height, 2 kilos.
All right, good fight, hurrah, hurrah! That's wonderful, darling.
Sing out! She's coming!
Thank you, dear lady, for visiting our hometown. Good town, ding dong bell, hope you're well. Welcome back home to the nest.
How's that for you, gracious lady?
Oh, the choir deserves it more than I. They sing on the heart. And the tumbling. My goodness, you show me your muscles. Oh, wonderful arms, superb hands. Have you ever strangled a man with them?
Strangle?
Yes, it's perfectly simple. A little pressure in the proper place, and the rest goes in itself. As in politics.
Allow me to present my wife, Madam Second Action.
Ned Dundermouth, the head of our class.
And Mrs. Hill.
Matilda Blumhard. I remember the way you used to follow her outfit with your eyes from behind the shop door. You were a little thin and dry, if I thought so.
Well, let me introduce my eldest, Carla,
Your eldest.
and my youngest, Audley.
Your youngest.
Yes, they're my whole world.
Your whole world. And your world, Mrs. Dundermouth.
Dr. Dundermouth. Not only my wife, but the top position.
Deeply honored, madam.
Is it you who signs the death certificates?
Death certificates?
When someone dies?
Why, certainly it's one of my duties.
And when the heart dies, what do you put down? Heart failure?
What a sense of humor.
Bit grim, wouldn't you say?
Not at all. Not at all. He's promised us thousands.
What?
Thousands.
Thousands!
Mayor, I'm hungry. Are you going to make a speech?
Gracious lady and friends. Gracious lady. It is now many years since you first left your native town of Gould, which was founded by the Elector Castle, and which nestles in the green slope between Conrad Forest and the beautiful valley of Quaker. Much has taken place in this time, much that is evil.
That's true.
The world is not what it was. It has become harshness and bitterness. But in all this time, dear lady, you have not forgotten our little Clara. Many years ago, you brightened the town with your pretty face as a child. And now, once again, you brighten it with your presence. We haven't forgotten your family, your mother, beautiful and robust, even in her old age. Although, unfortunately taken from us in the bloom of her youth due to an infirmary of the lungs. And your respected father, the builder, Siegfried Wash, an example of whose work by our railway station is often visited by our townspeople. That is to say, admired. A lasting monument to local design and local workmanship. And you, gracious lady, who we remember as a golden-haired, little red-headed sprite, roaming around through our peaceful streets on your way to school. Which of us does not treasure your memory? You well remember your scholarly attainments.
Yes.
Great natural history, extraordinary sense of justice, and above all, your supreme generosity. You will never forget when you once spent the whole of your little savings to buy a sack of potatoes for a poor, starving widow. Gracious lady, ladies and gentlemen, today our little Clara has become the world-famous Claire's Act in Action, who has founded soup kitchens, hospitals, charitable institutes, art projects, nurseries, libraries, and schools. And now that she has at last once more returned to the town of her birth, sadly fallen as it is, I say in the name of all of her friends who have sorely missed her, long live our Claire!
Long live our Claire!
Mr. Mayor, fellow townsmen, I am greatly moved by the nature of your address and the disinterested joy which you have manifested upon my visit to my native town. I was not quite the lovely child the mayor described in his gracious welcome.
Too modest, madam.
In school I was beaten.
Not by me!
The sack of potatoes which I presented to Widow Bull, I stole with the help of Alfred Ill, not to save the old trool from starvation, but so that for once I might sleep with Alfred in a real bed instead of under the trees of the forest. Nonetheless, I shall try to honor your good opinion. In memory of the 17 years I have spent among you, I prepared a gift. 500,000 to the town of Gulen, and 500,000 to be divided per capita among the citizens.
$1 million?
On one condition.
Quiet, please. Now, the lady said on one condition. We know what that one condition is.
I will tell you. In exchange for my $1 million, I want justice.
What?
I wish to buy justice.
Justice cannot be bought.
Everything can be bought.
Don't understand at all.
Bobby, step forward.
Does anyone present recognize me?
Hopper? Hopper?
Not the Chief Magistrate Hopper who was on the governing board.
Exactly. Chief Magistrate Hopper. I was presiding judge for the criminal report of Gulen with Madam Zakanashi was a girl. I served there for 25 years until she offered me the opportunity of entering her services as butler. I accepted, though you may consider it a strange profession for the member of the management. However, the salary.
Get to the point, Bobby.
Right, of course. So you've heard Madam Zakanashi's offer. She will give you $1 million when you undone the injustice that she suffered at your hands here in Gulen as a girl.
Injustice at our hands? Impossible!
Alfred L.,
Yes?
kindly stand.
Yes.
In those days, a bastardy case was tried before me. Madam Clara Zakanashi, at the time known as Clara Washer, charged you with being the father of her illegitimate child. You denied the charge and produced 2 witnesses in your support.
That's an ancient absurd business. Who remembers?
Where are the blind men? Here we are, here we are.
You recognize these men, Alfredo?
I've never seen them before in my life. What are they?
We've changed. We've changed.
What were your names in your former life?
I was Jacob Hooplin. Jacob Hooplin.
And I was Ludwig Spar. Ludwig Spar.
Well,
These names mean nothing to me.
Jacob Hooplin and Ludwig Spar, you recognize the defendant.
We're blind. We're blind.
By his voice.
By his voice. By his voice.
At that trial, I was the judge, and you?
We were the witnesses.
And what did you testify on that case?
That we had slept with Claire Washer.
Both of us, many times.
And was it true?
No.
We swore falsely.
And why did you swear falsely?
Alfredo bribed us.
Right.
With what?
With a bottle of schnapps.
And now, tell the people what happened to you. Speak.
She tracked us down.
Madam Zakanashi tracked them down. Jacob Hooplin was found in Canada and Ludwig Spar in Australia. And when she found you, what did she do to you?
She gave us to Toby and Roby.
And what did Toby and Roby do to you?
They made us what you see.
And now, we're all present in Gulen once again. The plaintiff, the defendant, the judge, and the 2 false witnesses, though many years have passed. Does the plaintiff have anything further to add?
There is nothing to add.
And the defendant?
Why are you doing this? It was all dead and buried.
What happened to the child that was born?
It lived a year.
And what happened to you?
I became a whore.
Why?
The judgment of the court made me one. No one would trust me. No one would give me work.
And now, what is the nature of the reformation that you demand?
I want the life of Alfred Ill.
No. She must be joking. That was long ago. It's all been forgotten.
nights in the forest, nor the mornings in the grapevine, nor the bedroom in the cottage, nor the treachery at the end. You said this morning that you wish the time could be rolled back. There, I have rolled it back. And now it is I who will buy justice. You bought it with a bottle of schnapps, and I am willing to pay $1 million.
Madam Second Asher! We are not in the jungle. We may be poor. We are not cavemen. In this town, I decline your offer. In the name of humanity, we shall never accept.
I'll wait.
Why should I be early?
Half a dozen eggs, medium brown, right?
Thank you, Carla. You deliver the milk yet?
Before you came down.
Eggs are going up, first of the month.
What? And who's gonna buy them?
15 pennies.
I'll cancel my order.
It's up to you, Mr. Earl.
All there is to do. Okay, family?
Oh, scrapping along. Things should be better now.
Hopefully.
Well, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Close the door, Carla. Don't let flies in. I have a piece of good news for you, children. I didn't mean to speak to you in a while, but why not? Who do you suppose is going to be the next mayor? That's right. It's settled. In spite of this unfortunate business. We're an honor for family. Say nothing. The salary, the rest of it.
Mayor?
Mayor. See, you don't have to be totally ashamed of your father. Is your mother coming down soon?
Mother's hard. She's from Thursday. I hope you understand.
You have a good mother. You're lucky there, at least. Well, three of us can have breakfast. Cook up some eggs and American ham.
I'd like to, only I can't.
You gotta eat, you know?
I've got to head down to the station. One of the laborers is sick. They said they could use me.
Working on the hot rails in the sun is no job for a daughter of mine.
Look, Father, we can use the money.
You feel you have to.
I'm sorry, Father. I have to go too.
Where's this young lady going if you may be so bold?
There may be a job for me at the employment agency.
Employment agency?
It's important to get there early, you know.
All right. I'll have something nice for you when you get home.
Good day, Mayor.
Good morning, hot bar.
Cigarettes. Not those ones. I'll have the green ones today.
Cost more.
Put it in the book. Charge me.
Okay. I'll make an exception. Seeing it's you, hot bar.
Who's that playing out there?
No, it's too blind.
They play well.
Hell with it.
They make you nervous. I hear the ladies to be married.
Yeah, so they say.
Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning.
Morning, ladies.
Good morning, Mr. Ill. Good morning. Milk, please, Mr. Ill. And
Milk.
milk for me, too.
Of course.
Make it whole milk, Mr. Ill.
Whole milk.
Yes, whole milk, please.
Happily drink whole milk.
All right.
You're whole milk each.
And butter, please. A quarter kilo.
I haven't any butter. Could I just use some very good lard?
No. Butter.
Chicken fat? Goose fat?
Butter.
Butter. I have some American butter back here. Yo.
And white bread.
Bread.
The whole milk.
Whole loaf of pasta.
Okay. And a package of milk chocolate. And one for me, too, Mr. Ill.
You are?
Will you eat here if you don't mind?
Oh, please do.
It's so cool at the back of the shop.
Oh, charge it.
Of course.
One for one and one for all.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Tom's burger.
It's gonna be a hot day. How's business?
It's good. For a while, no one came in. Now, all of a sudden, I'm running a luxury trade.
Good.
I'll never forget the moment you all stood by me at the Golden Possum. In spite of your meat, in spite of everything. It was the proudest moment of my life.
We're not heathens, you know.
We're behind you, my
say?
I heard they're to be married this week. It'll be a tremendous wedding.
I saw their picture in the paper.
Ah, what a man.
Give me a schnapps.
Usual?
No. Cognac.
The cognac costs $22.50.
We can all have to splurge a little now and again.
Bar, 3-star.
And a pound of pipe tobacco?
Black wine.
English.
But this would make $23.80. Knock it out. I'll make an exception this week. But you'll have to pay me the second your unemployment check comes in. I don't want to be kept waiting. Hunkberger, are those new shoes you're wearing?
Yes. What about it?
You too, Lockbauer. Brand new shoes.
So?
And you two. New yellow shoes, brand new.
Hers can't walk around forever the same old shoes. Shoes wear out.
And where are you getting the money from?
We got them on credit, Mr. Ill. On credit.
Who's giving you credit all of a sudden?
Everybody gives credit now. You gave us credit yourself.
Okay, and how are you going to pay for it? With what? Huh? With what? Huh? With what? With what?
Silver haze on the streets and the violet sky above. Count 12 would have liked this. Remember Vivovi, my third husband?
Oh, yes, madame.
Horrible man.
Oh, yes, madame.
Where is Monsieur Vivovi? Is he on yet?
Yes, madame. He's fishing.
Already? What a singular passion.
I bet he's caught something already.
Bobby, darling.
What's it?
Good morning, my love.
There we
now,
go,
16 kilos.
Now, Jewel, I'll have it grilled up for you for lunch. Give it to Bobby.
It's so wonderful here. I like your little town.
How do you?
Yes, people. They're also,
Simple, honest, hardworking, decent.
I know, you are my reason. That's just what I learned to say. However did you guess?
I know that.
Yet, on your ride, it was also dirty, so.
Shabby.
Exactly. But now everywhere you go, you see those busy bees, cleaning the streets.
Repairing their houses, sweeping, dusting, hanging new curtains on the windows, seeing as they work.
But you astonish me. Wonderful. You can't see all that.
I know that. And I know that in their gardens they were knowing soil for the spring.
I know, just this morning, on my way fishing, I said to myself, look at them in your garden. It is extraordinary, all because of you. It's like you're trying to give them a new
Lease on life.
perspective.
It's true. Towns doesn't have to die. I think they realize that now. People die, not towns. Bobby, a cigar?
Police Chief Schultz speaking. Yes, we have a couple of rooms for the night. No, not for rent. This is not the hotel. This is the Golden Police Station.
Schultz.
Hello, Will. Come in. Sit down. Beer.
Thanks.
What can I do for you?
I want you to arrest them, Zach and Ash.
Huh?
I said I want you to arrest them, Zach and Ash.
What the hell are you talking about?
Arrest this woman at once.
What offense has the lady committed?
You know perfectly well. She offered the town $1 million to...
And you want her arrested for that?
Schultz, it's your duty.
Extraordinary, extraordinary idea.
I'm asking you as your next mayor.
No, that's true. She did offer the town $1 million, but that doesn't entitle us to take police action against her.
Why not?
For one to be arrested, they must first commit a crime.
Incitement to murder?
Incitement to murder is a crime. I agree.
Well,
And such a proposal, if serious, constitutes an assault.
right, that's what I'm saying.
But this can't be serious.
Why?
In a case like yours, one offers $1,000, $2,000 at the most, but not $1 million. That's ridiculous. And even if she meant it, that only proves she's out of her mind. And that's no matter for the police.
Whether she's out of her mind or not, the danger to me is the same. That's obvious.
Look, Ellen, show me where anyone threatened your life in any way. Let's say a man points a gun at your head, and we'll be there in a flash.
So I'm to wait until a man points a gun at my head?
Pull yourself together. No, we're all for you in this town.
Wish I could believe it.
You don't believe it?
No. All of a sudden, my customers are in buying imported tobacco, white bread, whole milk. What does it mean?
It means business is picking up.
No, you don't understand. The Helmsburger came in. He hasn't earned a cent in 5 years. Today he bought French cognac.
I'll have to try some of that cognac.
And they all have brand new shoes.
What have you got against new shoes? See, I've got a new pair myself.
You too, officer?
Why not?
This Pilsner?
It's the only thing.
Oh, you just drink locally.
Oh, hogwash.
You hear that?
The Merry Widow? Yes.
Oh, that's a radio.
Bergholzer's radio.
Bergholzer?
You're right. I'll have to make a note that he'll shut his window next time he plays it.
How can Bergholzer afford a radio?
That's his business.
You Schultz with your imported beer and your new shoes. How can you afford that?
That's my business. Hello?
Schultz, please listen to me.
Sorry, just
No, Schultz, please. Schultz, listen. You're making debts. We're all making debts. And if he's dead, these debts comes to prosperity. That prosperity is the absolute need to kill me.
You're imagining things.
All she has to do is sit and wait.
Don't be a child.
You're all just waiting.
Listen, Al. The police are here for your protection. They know their job. Let anyone at any time make the slightest threat to your life in any way, all you have to do is let us know. Now, don't worry.
Won't.
And don't get yourself upset about it.
I won't. A new gold tooth?
What?
A brand new shiny gold tooth in your mouth.
Are you crazy? Look, I have no time to waste. Madam Zachanash's panther broke loose, and I gotta hunt you down.
Panther?
Guess it's at large. Gotta go.
Me, you're hunting down. Me.
Not impressed with me.
Gossip, so you've changed your mind?
It is true, I find it delightful, charming.
Picturesque.
Yes, after all, it's a place where you're born, but it's too quiet, too provincial. Like all the other small towns. These people, what they think, they fear nothing, they desire nothing, they strive for nothing. They have everything they want, but
Perhaps. One day they won't come to life again.
my God, do I have to wait for that?
Yes, you do. Why don't you go back to your fishing?
I think I will.
Moby,
Yes, Bella.
telephone the president of Pembroke's thing. Ask him to transfer $1 million to my current account.
1 million. Yes, Bella.
Oh, you're Mr. Mayor. It's like I've been meaning to discuss with you. Man to man, as your successor.
But of course, naturally.
Is that a crossbow?
Why, yes. Madam Zachanash's Black Panther's broken loose. It's been seen in the cathedral.
Oh.
Just as well as you forget.
Of course.
We sent out a call for all able-bodied male firearms. The streets have been cleared, children have been kept in schools. We don't want any accidents.
You're making quite a big deal of it.
Naturally, the Panther's a dangerous beast. Now, what's in your mind? Speak out. We're old friends.
Nice cigar you're smoking?
Yeah. Fortune.
You should smoke something else.
Havana.
Cheaper.
Too strong.
Pretty time.
Yes, so, do you like it?
And let me guess, do you also have new shoes?
Yes, I ordered a new pair from Caliber Stepping. Extraordinary. However did you guess?
You see, that's why I'm here.
What do you mean? My dear friend, are you well?
You don't seem well. Your hands are shaking.
What do you mean?
Are you frightened?
What am I to you?
Perhaps the sudden prosperity alarms you.
It's prosperity, Carl.
Depending on how you pay for it, of course.
You'll have to forgive me, but I haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about. Am I supposed to be like a criminal every time I come to see you?
Do you?
Well, I hope you haven't come here to talk about the weather. No. What is it you wanted?
I'm claiming the protection of the authorities.
Against whom?
No one gets to
You
them.
don't trust us?
No, I don't. Just put a price on my head.
If you don't feel safe, why don't you go to the police?
Just come from the police.
And what did they say?
And Schultz has a new gold tooth in his mouth.
A new gold. Oh, Ale, you're forgetting. This is Goulin, the town of native traditions. Greater Saltier, Bronx and Quartet here. You must have faith in us to save law-abiding community.
Then arrest this woman who wants to have me killed.
Look here, Hill. God knows the lady has every right to be angry with you. What you did there wasn't very pretty. You forced two decent lads to perjure themselves, had a young girl thrown out in the streets.
That young girl owns half the world.
Very well then. We'll speak frank.
That's why I'm here.
Man to man, just as you said. Now, you have no moral right to say a word against the lady. And I advise you not to try. Also, I forgot to have to tell you this, but there is no longer any question of you being elected mayor.
Is that official?
Official.
I see.
A man who is chosen to exercise the high post of mayor must have, obviously, certain moral qualifications. Qualifications which, unhappily, you no longer possess. Of course, you still may rely on the friendship and esteem of the town. That goes without saying. I believe you should spread the mantle of silence over this whole miserable business.
Want to sit back while they arrange my murder?
Now, who is arranging your murder? Give me the names and I'll investigate this case at once, unrelentingly. Well, the names?
You!
I resent this. Do you think we want to kill you for money?
Oh no, you don't want to kill me, but you do want to have me killed.
Bobby? What's going on? What are all these men doing with guns? Who are they shooting?
The Black Panther has escaped, madam.
Who let them out?
Kobe and Moby, madam.
How excited they are. Are they shooting?
It is possible.
I'm sorry to disturb you, Pastor.
Well, God's house is open to all. Oh, that night? That's because of the panther. It's best to be prepared.
Will you help me, Pastor?
Of course. Sit down. Now, what's the trouble?
I'm afraid.
Afraid? Of what?
Everyone. They're hunting me down like I'm some sort of beast.
Have no fear of man, Hill. Fear God. Fear not the death of the body. Fear the death of the soul.
I'm frightened.
Put your trust in heaven, my friend.
Don't you see? I sweat. I have such pains around the heart. I shake. I'm not well.
I know you're passing through a profound psychic experience.
I'm going through hell.
The hell you are going through exists only within yourself. Many years ago, you betrayed a girl shamefully for money. And now you expect us to sell you just as you sold her? No, my friend. You are projecting your guilt upon others. It's quite natural. The root of your torment lies within yourself, your heart, and your sins. Now that you know this, you can destroy all that oppress you. You have weapons with which to fight them.
Don't you see? Seatbelt bought himself a washing machine.
Don't worry about the washing machine. Worry about your immortal soul.
Stop, there's a television set.
There is also great comfort in prayer. Examine your conscience, Hill. Repent. Otherwise, your fears will consume you. That is the only way. Believe me, we have no other. Well, I must get going. I have a baptism to attend to. You may stay as long as you like. The child is crying. I can hear it from here. It is frightening. Let us make haste and get the only security which this world affords.
Is that a new bell?
Yes, its tone is marvelous, full, and sonorous.
Too, Pastor? You too!
Oh, God, forgive me. We are poor, weak things, all of us. Do not tempt us further into the hell which you are burning. Go, Hill, my friend. Go, my brother. Go while there is time.
Bobby? What was that shooting? Have they caught the Black Panther?
He was struck back.
There were 2 shots.
The Black Panther. He's struck back.
I loved him. I shall miss him.
reform. Believe me, we are so deeply pained that so tragic an event should mar your visit here, but what can we do? The panther was a savage, a beast, a hammer, human laws cannot apply. There was simply no other way for him to be saved.
Claire!
Alfred, why are you frightening the children?
Go away, Claire. I warned you, go away.
How strange it is, Alfred. How clearly it all comes back to me. The day we saw one another for the first time. Do you remember? It was a day like today. A day in autumn, with a breath of wind, warm as it is now. Only lately I'm always cold. You stood down there and stared at me without moving. I was embarrassed. I didn't know what to do. I wanted to go back into the dark to the room where it was safe, but I couldn't. You stared up at me darkly, almost angrily, as if you wanted to hurt me. But your eyes were full of passion. Then I don't know why I left the balcony and came down and stood beside you in the street. You didn't greet me, you didn't say a word. Then you took my hand and we walked together out of the town and into the fields. And behind us came Kobe and Loie, like two dogs, sniveling and giggling and snarling. And then you picked up a stone and hurled it at them, and they ran yelping back into the town. That was the beginning, and everything else had to follow. There is no escape.
Come, children. Sing, sing. I think you should go.
Good evening.
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 So you're taking a little trip?
Yes, a little trip.
May one ask where to?
I don't know.
Don't know.
To Calverstadt?
Calverstadt.
After that, somewhere else.
Oh, after that, somewhere else.
Thought maybe Australia.
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 We'll all raise the money somehow.
But why Australia?
One can't live in the same town year in, year out.
But Australia.
It's a risky trip for a man your age.
One of the ladies little men went off to Australia.
You'd be much safer here.
Much.
Wrote a letter to the administration at Jackman.
Yes. And?
There's no reply.
Do you mean to say you don't trust your old friend? That's not very flattering, you know.
No one's going to do you any harm.
No harm here.
There was no reply because the postmaster held up my letter.
Our postmaster? Oh, what an
The
idea.
postmaster is a member of the town council.
A man of utmost integrity. He doesn't hold up letters. What an idea.
Local to Calverstadt.
What are you all doing here? What do you want from me?
We don't like to see you go.
We've come to see you off.
I didn't ask you to come.
But we have come. As old friends. As
Old
friends.
Go back!
A pleasant journey.
And long night.
And good luck in Australia.
Yes. Good luck in Australia.
Why are you crowding me?
What's the matter now?
Give me room.
But you have plenty of room. Better get aboard, ill.
I see. I see. You're just going to push me under the wheels.
Oh, nonsense. Go on. Get aboard.
Away from me, all of you.
Don't know what you want, just get on the train.
No, I know what you're going to do. I know what you're going to do.
You're being ridiculous. Now go on. Get on the train.
Why are you all so near me?
The man's going mad.
Board! Better get aboard, man. Quick.
The train's starting.
Get aboard, man. Get aboard. The train's starting.
I try to get aboard, one of you will hold me back.
No.
Get on the train.
Oh no, please don't push me. Don't push
Dusty, ladies.
Oh, forgive us. We had to climb over an old carriage.
Our respects.
A fabulous wedding.
Beautiful occasion.
It's stifling here. I love this old barn. The smell of hay and straw and axle grease. It is the scent of my youth. Sit down. All this rubbish, the hay cart, the old carriage, the cask, even the pitchfork. It was all here when I was a girl.
Remarkable place.
Pastor's text was very appropriate. The lesson a trifle long.
1 Corinthians 13.
Your chorister sang beautifully, Professor.
Well, the St. Matthew Passion.
Roland has never seen such magnificence. The flowers, the jewels, and the people.
The theatrical world, the world of finance, the world of art, the world of science.
All these worlds are out back in their Cadillacs, speeding toward the capital for the wedding reception. But I'm sure you didn't come here to talk about them.
Dear lady, we must not intrude on your valuable time. I'm sure your husband's waiting impatiently.
Oh, no, I've shipped him off to Brazil.
To Brazil, madam?
For his honeymoon?
But your wedding guests.
I planned a delightful dinner for them. They'll never miss me. Now, what was it you wanted to talk about?
About.
Yes.
About.
Well, what?
Alfred Ale, madam.
Is he dead?
Madam, we may be poor, but we have our principles.
I see. Then what do you want?
Fact is, madam, in anticipation of your well-known munificence, that is, feeling you would give the town some sort of gift, we have all been buying things, necessities.
With money we don't have.
You've run into debt.
Here.
In spite of your principles.
We're human, madam.
I see.
We have been poor a long time. A long, long time.
The question is, how will we pay?
You already know.
I beg you, Master Zakanashi, put yourself in our position for a moment. For 22 years, I have been puzzling my brains out trying to plant a few seeds of knowledge in this wilderness. And all that time, my gallant colleague, Dr. Government, has been speeding around her ancient Mercedes from patient to patient, trying to keep these wretches alive. Why? Why have we spent our lives in this miserable hole? For money? Hardly the pay is ridiculous.
And yet the professor here has declined an offer to head the high school in Helderstadt.
And Dr. Numberman has refused an important post at the University of Erlangen. Madam, the fact is, we love our town. We were born here. It is our life.
That's true.
What has kept us going all these years is the hope that one day the community will prosper again like it did in the days when we were young.
Good?
Madam, there's no reason for our poverty. We suffer here from a mysterious plight. We have factories, they stand idle. There is oil in the valley of Kukenreed.
There is copper under Conrad's forest. There is power in our streams and our water homes.
We are not poor, madam. If we had credit, if we had confidence, the factories would open and orders of commissions would pour in. Our economy would bloom together with our cultural life, and we would become once again like the towns around us, healthy and prosperous.
And if the wagon works was put back on its feet again,
And the foundry.
and the Golden Eagle Pencil Factory.
Buy these plants, madam. Put them in operation, and I swear to you, Gulen will flourish, and it will bless you. We don't need $1 million. 100,000 properly invested would be enough to give us back our lives and incidentally return to the investor an excellent dividend. Save us, madam, save us. We will not only bless you, we will make money for you.
I don't need money.
Madam, we do not ask for charity. This is business.
It is a good
Dear
idea.
lady, I knew you wouldn't let us
But
down.
it is out of the question. I cannot buy the wagon works. I already own them.
The wagon works?
And the foundry.
And the foundry.
And the Golden Eagle Pencil Factory.
Everything. The valley of Kukenreed and its oils, Conrad's forest and its ore, the barn, the town, the houses, the shops, the streets, everything. I had my agents buy this rubbish over the years, bit by bit, piece by piece, until I had it all. Your hopes were an illusion, your vision empty, your self-sacrifice a stupidity, your whole life completely senseless.
Then the mysterious blight.
The mysterious blood was I.
This is monstrous.
Monstrous. I was 17 when I left this town. It was winter. I wore a cotton sailor suit and my red braids hung down my back. I was in my 7th month. As I walked down the street to the station, boys whistled after me and threw stones. I sat freezing in my seat in the Hamburg Express. But before the roof of the great barn was hidden behind the forest, I had made up my mind that one day I would come back.
But madam,
And now I have. Tell me, Roby, take me back to the Golden Apostle. I've been here long enough.
madam, one moment, please. I see it all now. I thought of you as an avenging fury, a Medea, a Menasha, but I was wrong. You are a warm-hearted woman who has suffered a terrible injustice, and now you have returned to teach us an unforgettable lesson. You have stripped us bare, but now that we stand before you naked, I know you will set aside these thoughts of vengeance.
When I've had justice. Tell me!
Madam,
asking everything. Footsteps. He's pacing the room, up and down, day and night. I haven't seen him all week. He never goes out. It's his conscience. You know, it was pretty mean what he did to Madam National those years ago.
That's true. I feel very badly about it myself.
Ruin a young girl like that? God doesn't forgive it. Look, I hope he'll have sense enough to keep his mouth shut in front of reporters.
I certainly hope so.
You know his character.
Only too well, Mr. Hoffbauer.
He tries to throw dirt at our Claire, telling a lot of lies about how she tried to get us to kill him, which, anyways, she's never meant.
Of course
Then
not.
we have to do something. Not because of the money, but because of ordinary human decency. God knows she suffered enough for him already.
She has indeed.
Has the press been here yet? No. It's not my custom, as you know, Mrs. Ill, but I wonder if I could have a strong alcoholic drink.
It's an honor to serve you, Professor. I have a good Steinhager here. Would you like to try a glass?
Very small glass.
Your hands are shaking, Professor.
Tell you the truth, I've been drinking a little already.
Well, have another glass. It'll do you some good.
Is that him up there, pacing?
Up and down, up and down.
It's God punishing him. Careful. A reporter just asked me the way to the shop. I hope you didn't tell him.
I told him I was a stranger here.
Look out, everybody! The press! They're across the street. In your shop, Hoffbauer.
My boy will know how to deal with them.
Make sure Ill doesn't come down, Hoffbauer.
Leave that to me.
Evening, folks.
How do you do?
Question one. How do you all feel on the whole?
We're very happy, of course, about Madame Zapanash's visit.
Moved.
Proud.
Proud.
Question 2 for the lady behind the counter. The story goes that you were the lucky woman instead of Madame Zapanashin. Where did you get that story?
Madame Zakanash's two blind little mannequins.
And what did the mannequins tell you? Everything. 40 years ago, Claire Zakanashin and the proprietor of this shop nearly married, right? That's right. Is Mr. Ill here? He's in Halberstadt.
He's in Halberstadt.
Well, we can imagine the romance. Mr. Ill and Claire Zakanashin grew up together. They go to school together, go for walks in the wood, share their first kisses. They're like brother and sister. And so it goes on till Mr. Ill meets you, lady. You're the new woman. His mystery, his passion.
Passion. Yes, that's the way it happened, just the way you said.
Foxy, Mrs. Ill. Claire Zakanashin grasps the situation in her quiet, noble fashion and renounces her claims. And you marry.
For love.
For love.
For love.
About your husband, Mrs. L. Wouldn't he now and then, I mean, it would only be human for him now and then to have a few regrets? Money alone makes no one happy. No one happy.
That is the truth we in this modern world are right up in the sky of our hearts.
My eldest, Carla.
Splendid youngster.
Is she in the know about the relationship? There are no secrets in our family. What I always say is, anything God knows, our children ought to know as well. Children ought to know. My youngest, Audley. Charming.
School dinners? I'm your old schoolmaster. I've been quietly drinking my Steinfelder and keeping my thoughts to myself. But now I want to make a speech. I want to talk about the old lady's visit to Goulin.
You've gone mad. Stop her.
Gouliners, I wish to reveal the truth, even if our poverty endures forever.
You're drunk, Professor. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Ashamed, woman, you're the one who ought to be ashamed. You're paying the way to betray your own husband.
Shut your trap.
Drag her down.
Kick her out.
Where does she drag you to? Please, Professor. Child, you disappoint me. It was up to you to speak out, and then your professor must unleash the voice of thunder.
Oh, there! 7 times over, I come in.
On process, I wish to make a public appeal to world opinion. Goulin is planning a monster deed.
Hey, what's going on in my shop? Professor, what are you up to on that desk?
The truth, though. I'm telling the people of the press the truth, like an archangel. I'm telling them in force-ringing tones because I'm a humanist, a lover of the ancient Greeks, and an admirer of Plato.
Now hold your peace.
Huh?
Get down.
But humanitarians.
Sit down.
Humanitarianism must sit down. By all means, if you're going to betray the truth as well.
Forgive this woman, she's drunk.
Mr. Ill, we're very glad we finally got to meet you. We need a few pictures, may we? Groceries, household wares, ironmongery. I got it. We'll take you selling an axe.
Axe.
To the butcher. Yeah, you gotta have real thing for a punch. Give that homicide weapon here. client takes the axe, weighs it in his hand, puts in a crazy expression on his face, while you lean over the counter. You're discussing it with him. All right, let's go. More natural, folks. More relaxed. That's fine. Just fine.
Now, if you don't mind, please, one arm around your good wife's shoulders, eldest on the left, youngest on the right. That's fine. Now, okay. You're radiant with happiness. Please, just brimming over with it. Radiant, radiant, and contented deep down inside, quietly, happily, radiant.
Great. That sure was radiant.
Second action on it again. In Conrad Sports. It's a new one.
A new one. That's good for a cover life magazine.
Well, that was a bit of luck. Forgive us, Professor. But if you still want to settle this affair amicably, we must exclude the press. Agreed?
Smart. Very smart you didn't shoot your mouth. No one would believe a word a bastard like you said anyway.
We'll be in the Illustrated, Bill.
Yes.
We'll be famous.
One manner of speaking.
A Corona. On account.
Of course.
You know, what you did to Madam Zach and Ashton was a real worm's trick.
A half hour. The X.
I apologize. I've been trying to Steinhopper. Must have read 2 or 3.
All right.
I wanted to help you, but they shouted me down. You didn't want my help either. No. What kind of people are we? That infamous million is burning of our hearts. Pull yourself together and let the sympathy of the press. We haven't any time to lose.
I'm not going to fight anymore.
Tell me, has fear driven you completely out of your senses?
I realize I have the police right on my side.
No right? No right compared to that damned old woman, that brazen archboard chaining husband while we watch and making a collection of our souls.
It's all my fault, really.
All your fault!
I made Claire who she is, and I made myself what I am. Failing shopkeep with a bad name. What am I supposed to do, Professor? What do you suggest? Play innocent? It's all my own work. The twins, the coffin, the million. How am I supposed to defend myself? I can't help any of you, and I can't help myself anymore. Torture.
Your wife wanted to hang it in your bedroom on his bed.
Go open another.
I'm sober now, all at once, and you are right. Absolutely, it is all your fault. And I'm going to tell you something else, I know something fundamental. They will kill you. I've known it all along, and you have too, even if no one else in the world wants to admit it. The temptation is too great, and our poverty is too wretched, but I know something else. I can take part in it. I can feel myself slowly becoming a murderer, and my faith and humanity is powerless to stop it. Because I know all this, I have also become a son. I'm totally scared, just as you have been scared. And finally, I know that one day, an old one will come, and what has happened to you will also happen to us. But soon, perhaps in a few hours, I shall have lost that notion. Another bottle of Steinhopper. Put it on my account.
Shop is so modern nowadays. Clean. Right. Oh, I dream going to a place like this. Play tennis.
I might have had a couple of lessons.
When did you learn to play?
All my friends play on it.
Looking outside the window this morning. Saw you in an automobile, Carla.
It's only an oval. They aren't so expensive.
When did you learn to drive? Instead of looking for work on the hot rails then.
Sometimes.
Looking for my Sunday suit. I have a fur coat swinging next to it.
It's on approval. Everyone's making debts, Freddie. You're the only one throwing fits of hysterics. It's simply ridiculous of you to be afraid. It's so obvious the whole thing's going to blow over without anyone harming a hair on your head. I know Claire. We know Claire. She's too kind-hearted. She won't go through with it.
Of course, love. Surely you realize that.
It's Saturday, Carla. I'd like to take a drive in your automobile. In our automobile.
You like that?
Yes. Let's make an evening of it. We'll put on your best clothes.
I might go with you, but
Surely that wouldn't do.
Why wouldn't it? Put on your fur coat. This will be an opportunity to christen it. I'll tend to Till in the meantime.
Good afternoon, Neil. Don't let me disturb you. Just dropped in for a moment.
Just finishing my council week.
The town council meets today in the Golden Apostle, in the auditorium.
I'll be there.
The whole town will be there. Your case will be discussed and final action taken. You're just in a pretty tight spot, you know.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry.
The ladies' offer will be rejected.
Oh, naturally.
Of course, I may be wrong.
Of course.
In that case, if you're prepared to accept the judgment of the town, the meeting will be covered by the press, you know.
Yes.
Yes, and the radio and the newsroom. It's a very typical situation. Not only for you, trust me, it's even worse for us. What? With the publicity and the wedding, we've become famous. All of a sudden, our ancient democratic institutions have become of interest to the world.
Are you going to make the condition public?
Oh, no, of course not. Not directly. We'll have to put the matter to a vote. That's not avoidable, but only those who are involved will understand.
See.
As far as the press is concerned, you are simply the intermediary between us and Madame Zakanashin. I've whitewashed you completely.
It's very generous of you.
Frankly, it's not for your sake, but for the sake of your family. They've been honest and decent.
See.
So far, we've all played fair. You kept your mouth shut, so have we. Now, can we continue to depend on you? Because if you have any idea of opening your mouth at tonight's meeting, there won't be any meeting at all.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it open for it at last.
We are not threatening you, you are threatening us. If you speak, you force us to act in advance.
Won't be necessary.
But the town decides against you.
I'll accept their decision.
Good. I'm delighted to see there's still a spark of decency about you, but wouldn't it be easier if you didn't have to call a meeting at all? Do you want to go?
Why do you ask?
You see, we can tell the lady that we had condemned you to private session and that you had anticipated our decision. Lost a lot of sleep getting to this point, believe me.
Well, I believe you.
In that case, frankly, in your place, I would prefer to take the path of honor. Get it over with once and for all. Don't you agree? For the sake of your friends, for the sake of our children, your children. You have two daughters, Neil. You know our need, our misery.
You put me through hell. You and your damn town. You smiled and reassured me, and then day by day I saw you change. Your shoes, your suits, your ties, your hearts. If you had been honest with me back then, I might feel differently now. I might even use that gun. For the sake of my friends, for the sake of my family. But I've conquered my fear. Alone. It was hard, but now it's done. You will have to judge me, Mr. Mayor. For me, that will be justice. For you, I do not know. You can kill me if you like. I won't complain. I won't protest. I won't defend myself. I won't do your job for you either, Mr. Mayor.
There it is. Have your chance and you won't take it. Too bad. I suppose more than we can expect from a man like you. Good day.
Good day.
What do you think, Freddie?
Oh, you look very distinguished, Matilda.
Persian lamb.
Real lady.
Quite expensive.
Oh, pretty dressed oddly, but a bit bold.
Oh, Dad, just wait till you see my evening dress.
No, come on, automobile, Carla. You know, I worked my whole life for a mite of comfort, a bit of profit. Say an automobile like this. Now my time's done. But still, I see how it is to be in one of these. Just once. Matilda, you the back, please. I'll leave you the proper car.
It'll do me.
No, not so fast. I want to see a bit of the scenery, a bit of the town. Been here these 70 years. Cleaning up the streets. It's a brief destruction already. Trains, window boxes. Sunflowers. Heard of arch. As roses planted in the field. Children all look so happy. Sweethearts everywhere. From Square, it's a new apartment block.
No redoing the Cafe Godel.
There goes the doctor. And her Mercedes, of course.
Plain, the light on the hill golden today. No, it's impressive. You can go into the dark and back out into the light. Friends on the hill look like giants. Lockman's chimneys, too.
They're starting up again.
What's that?
They're starting up again.
Funny little car.
Bubble car, Messerschmitt. Every kid in the technical college has one. Since every rule.
While he's taking her advanced in French and German.
Useful. Sunshine Square. Boundary. Been forever since I've been out here.
They're going to build a bigger one.
Let's talk louder at this speed.
They're going to build a bigger one. Ugh, Stalker again. Who else? Passing everybody in his Buick. On the Barbie.
But go through Booby Green Valley. Down to Moore and past Fred's Hunter's hunting lodge. Great mix of clouds in the sky, piling up on one another. Real summertime castles. Beautiful country and soft twilight. I feel like I'm seeing it tonight for the first time.
I just feel like Tennyson.
What?
Oddly studying literature too.
Give her advantages.
Hochbauer in his Volkswagen, coming back from Carthage with the tour.
Carla drives well. Very smart the way she cuts that corner. I never feel very afraid with her.
First gear, the road's getting steep.
You used to always get out of breath walking up here.
So glad running for coat. It's getting quite chilly.
Oh, go the wrong way. So it goes to Bidenbach. You just go back and left. To Conrad's Forest.
We're standing in for trees again. A pine, a spruce, a beech, a fir.
We are bird and beast. We are timid deer. We are woodpeckers.
Birds sing songs of bygone days at dawn.
Outraged by today's motor horns.
Oh, stop. What are these trees?
Sure.
What do you want to do?
Let's go for a walk. Alone.
Oh, all right. Then take us to Kalkstadt, Carla, and we'll go to a cinema.
Cinema. Wonderful idea.
See you soon, Freddie.
Bye, Matilda. Bye, Audley. Bye, Carla.
Goodbye.
And the forest has turned to gold.
Bark, Forrest. The old tree is dying.
Claire.
How pleasant to see you here. I was just visiting my forest. May I sit by you?
Yes, please do. Just been saying goodbye to my family. Went to Kalkstadt for a second.
Well, nice.
Audley's wife, Audley's starting French and German lessons. And Carla bought herself a car.
You see, they're beginning to take an interest in higher things.
Listen, Finch.
Tweet, tweet. Yes, Finch. And a cuckoo in the distance. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Would you like some music?
Yes.
Anything special?
That balloon?
Your favorite song? I know it.
We had a child.
Yes.
A boy or a girl?
Girl.
What name did you give her?
Call her Genevieve.
Very pretty name.
Yes.
What was she like?
I only saw her once, when she was born. They took her away from me.
Her eyes?
Not open yet.
Her hair?
Black. I think. It's usually black at first.
Where did she die? Where?
Some family, I don't remember their name. Meningitis. The officials wrote me a letter.
So very sorry.
I told you about her child, now tell me about myself.
Not yourself.
Yes. I was 17 in the days when you loved me.
I remember a night we spent together in the great barn. I looked all over the place for you. Finally, I found you in the hayloft. Long red hair streaming behind you like an angel.
I was pretty in those days.
Beautiful.
You were strong. I remember the time you fought those two railwaymen who were following me. I wiped the blood from your face and I got petty cut. You stopped.
Tell them to play Thoughts of Home.
You know that too.
We are better. Together in our forest for the last time. Town council meets tonight. Golden blossom. Condemn me to death and
tomb in the park of my villa. White onyx, marble, a grove of green cypress. With a beautiful view of the Mediterranean.
I always wanted to see it.
Your love for me died years ago, Alfred. My love for you would not die. It grew into something strong, like the hidden roots of the forest. Something evil, like white mushrooms hidden among the darkness. And slowly, it reached out for your life. Now I have you. You are mine. Alone, at last and forever. A peaceful ghost in a silent house.
Songs about it.
Do, Alfred.
Ladies and gentlemen, Radio News Bureau has a brand new scene from the birthplace and a conversation with the priest. And now, it's time to head over to the public meeting. We're nearing the climax of this visit, which Madame Claire Zakanashi has kindly accorded to her charming, funny little hometown. Of course, it's unfortunate the famous lady won't be making a personal appearance herself. However, we will be hearing from the mayor because he slated an important announcement in her name. I can't tell you what a solemn atmosphere it is. The tension's really extraordinary. All the newsroom cameras are here. I can see my colleagues on TV. And now, here comes the mayor. We're crossing over him now.
Fellow citizens of Goulin, call this meeting to order. The agenda. There is only one matter before us. I have the honor to announce officially that Madame Claire Zakanashi, daughter of our beloved citizen, the famous architect Siegfried Washer, has decided to make a gift to the town of $1 million. $500,000 to the town, $500,000 to be divided per capita among the citizens. After certain necessary preliminaries, we shall take a vote. And you, as citizens of Goulin, will signify your will by a show of hands. Are there any objections to this mode of procedure? The pastor, the police, the town doctor, the director of Goulin High School, the political opposition, shall then proceed to the vote. You wish to speak?
Yes.
Very well.
Fellow townsmen. Fellow townsmen. We all know that by means of this gift, Madame Claire Zakanashi intends to attain a certain object. What is this object? To enrich the town of her youth, yes, but more than that, she desires by means of this gift to reestablish justice among us. This desire expressed by our benefactors raises an all-important question. Is it true that our community harbors in its soul such a burden of guilt?
Yes, true.
Crimes are concealed among us.
Sins! Perjury!
Justice! Justice! Justice!
The rule in this, then, is the simple fact of the case. We have participated in an injustice. I thoroughly recognize the material advantages which this gift opens to us, and I cannot overlook the fact that it is poverty which is the root of all its bitterness and evil. Nevertheless, there is no question here of money.
No.
The question is, must be, whether or not we wish to live according to the principles of justice. Those principles for which our forefathers lived and fought and for which they died, and those principles which form the soul of our Western culture.
Here,
Here! Wealth has meaning only within everyone's comfort. Only he who hungers for grace shall receive grace. Do you feel this hunger, my fellow citizens? That hunger of the spirit, or do you feel only that other profane hunger, the hunger of the body? That is the question which I, as rector of your high school, now propound to you. Only if you can no longer tolerate the presence of evil among you, and only if you can in no circumstances endure a world in which injustice exists, are you worthy of Madame Zakanashi's million. If not, then God have mercy on us.
Alfredo, it is through you that this gift is offered to the town. I believe that this offer should be accepted.
You'll have to speak up, Mr. Hill.
Yes,
Will you accept our judgment in the matter before us?
I will accept your judgment.
Then I proceed to the vote. All those who are in accord with the terms in which this gift is offered will signify the same by raising their right hand. All against? The offer is accepted. I now solemnly call upon you, citizens of Gould, to declare in the face of all the world that you take this action, not out of love for worldly gain,
Not out of love for worldly gain,
but out of love for the right.
but out of love for the right.
We join together now as brothers
We join together now as brothers
to purify our town of guilt
to purify our town of guilt
and to reaffirm our faith
and to reaffirm our faith
in the eternal power of justice.
in the eternal power of justice.
Hold on!
I'm sorry, Mr. Mayor. We skipped our flood of cues. Oh, there we are. Do you mind repeating that question for me?
Again?
For the newsroom.
Oh, for the newsroom. Sir.
Ready now, and right.
And to reaffirm our faith
And to reaffirm our faith
in the eternal power of justice.
in the eternal power of justice.
Too bad you didn't scream no again.
Fellow citizens, I declare this meeting adjourned. The ladies and gentlemen of the press will find refreshments served downstairs to compliments of the town council. The exits lead directly to the restaurant.
Sit down.
Is it to be here?
Naturally,
I thought it would be so much better to have it at my house.
it will be here.
Lower the lights. Are they all gone?
Oh, God.
The gallery? Lock the doors.
Locked here.
Locked here.
Formal name. Pastor, will you be so good?
Alfred Ill, your happy hour has come.
Cigarette, Pastor?
A cigarette there.
Sir, with pleasure. Good.
In the words of the prophet Amos,
Please.
you're no longer afraid.
No. I'm not.
I'll pray for you then.
Pray for us all, Pastor.
Alfred L., stand up.
Stand up, you swine.
Shut, please. Enter the lane.
Is it all over?
Heart failure.
Die of joy.
Die of joy. Uncover her. Now he looks the way he always did when we were young. Like a black panther. Cover his face.